के रहना, बताना मेरे को जरूर। बस वही ऊपर का दीवार थोड़ा उड़ गया, अपना काम खत्म एकदम पूरे। ठीक है।
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here on a very wet day. I think what you have in store is a treat. So, Cinema Collective and NCPA in collaboration have brought to you this film, The Master, Shyam Benegal, written, directed, produced by Khalid Mohammed, who is present here today. We'll introduce the film to you.
G. Introduction, I'll just say that this is a repeat screening of a documentary which was made nearly 6 to 7 years ago. And on an impulse, I tweeted that OTT platform wants to buy it, and it's 95 minutes, and there's a whole scam about buying or acquiring films on those channels, I thought. So I just tweeted frivolously, and it created quite a lot of interest, not from the channels unfortunately, but from the viewers. So N.C.P.A. and Cinema Collective, Lydia Matthews contacted me. So I said, sure, you can show the screening, the more the merrier, the more people who see it, I'm more glad. So this is a repeat screening, and it's a personalized documentary, and there's a lot of me in there. You might even see me popping up in a few frames. And the thing was that at one point, when I started out writing, which was in the mid-70s, I was under the influence of, let's say, pure cinema, art cinema. So I was very into Bresson, Godard, and Manichol, Kumar Shahani, and I thought Mr. Shyam Benegal was a middle of the roader. So I must admit I did wrong, and my first review of my life was Junoon in Times of India, and I called it Mr. Benegal's Hollow Junoon, and so on and so forth. So there was always.
Horrid guy, you.
But I've always been like that, Shivan. Okay. Yeah, so this is a confession also. And so there was always a kind of intense relationship with Mr. Benegal. I remember once I was in an Air India flight going to Delhi, and he came out suddenly out of the loop, and he said, "Oh, it's you." So I said, "Yeah." He said, "Then I don't think we're going to land safely." So Shyam sir has always been very courteous. He could not take the criticism actually, and hated my face, I think. Then I wrote a piece in the Times of India. It was called a column called The Private Eye, where we had to write personalized things. And as it happened, my grand aunt from Islamabad, Multan, was deported, and she had dementia. She was in her 80s, and Shyam sir wanted to make a film out of it. He sent me a very lovely letter, which I preserved, and that humbled me. I said, "Oh my God, Mr. Benegal and me, what a jodi." So anyway, when I started meeting him and started re-seeing his films and saw his thought processes and what he taught me, like one of the things he taught me was don't indulge in montages, they're shortcuts, like flesh out a scene. I'm just getting technical. And in case of one film, the script was slightly, let's say, chauvinistic, but erringly, and he corrected that. So He's actually quite a woman's director, as Shabana will testify. And I had a blast working with him on those 3 films, and his team. Shyam sir is not very demonstrative, but after the first screening of this documentary, which was at the NCPA or Asiatic, I think, he gave me the warmest bear hug and wouldn't leave me. So that was worth the whole documentary and whatever I invested in it. And it's sad it hasn't been screened more, and I wish there will be more screenings here or there. There have been some requests. So I've had a bit of an injury about a week back, so I'm not very expansive right now. And immediately after I stopped yakking, the photographer and the assistant director, Karan Desai, of the documentary, will render a song from Zubeidaa, written by Javed Saab, who's here.
Why is the clap reserved for Javed Saab when Shabana was saying no?
I think Shabana is quite frank and quite a scene stealer in the film. And I must tell you what, when we went to interview her, so she says, "Oh, Khalid Mohammed and his team are coming. Do you know, on my marble floor, I don't allow even BBC and IA." So, shukriya. So we were privileged to get a lot of good interviews, and at the outset, we had thought of a half-an-hour documentary with just Mr. Benegal because he's so erudite and articulate. But when the editor came, she said, "Oh my God, this is a snooze fest." So we had to do something. And I think Bombay plays an integral part in his life, though he hardly made a Bombay film ever, I think, apart from Kalyug. So there's a lot of Bombay, and I hope I've got his personality, and it's a tribute. And so may I ask Karan to take the mic, take over. Thank you. If there are any questions offhand just now, you could ask them now, because I won't be there after the screening. Because I've got a knee injury and I have to go. Did you have to ask? I told you that.
I thought after seeing the film there may be questions. I can call you and ask you.
You already asked me the questions. You've done a long interview in that. Any questions, sirs? Madams? Sir?
Why don't you rest your knee right here?
I would love to do that.
That will be very tight.
Huh?
We'd like to see you after the film. Yeah, we'd like to see you here after the film.
Popular demand.
No.
Yeah, because we'd like to actually hug you or maybe just tell you a
Or you can, I
So
don't
it
know.
won't be the same thing.
Okay, let's see if I last out.
Maybe Preeti can give you a
Please do.
If I last out, I'll be here. I might go for a little break outside to have water.
Go out.
And
Take rest. Lie down.
Allah. Okay. So, Karan,
Yes, sir.
your turn.
Javed Saab Adab. How are you?
Just wanted to say, for the audience, no breaks, it's a 90-minute film.
Good evening, my name is Karan, and I'll just take a moment to introduce my musician friends who come in willingly to sing this song because they're all fans of the music of Zubeidaa. And this is Siddharth Pandit on the keys. Is my mic working?
Yeah.
So this is Siddharth Pandit, who's graduated from the KM Conservatory in Chennai, established by A.R. Rahman. He's a music producer, programmer, composer, and a pianist. Vidya Gopal, who's also an independent songwriter, singer, who's exploring the independent music space and the playback industry as well. Ashima Mahajan, who's also a professional singer, a trained opera singer as well, and is currently doing Mughal Azam, which is. Thank you. we'll start the song now. Thank you.
Check.
Hello. Yeah.
दिल